Jerry, you have taken us all completely by surprise. You didn't give any of us a chance to say goodbye or to tell you how special we think you are. And you are extraordinarily special. It was a particularly difficult day for Sarah and my mum. One thing they both deeply regret is that Jerry was surrounded by strangers when he collapsed.
Where Jerry's going to have his funeral.
But they needn't worry.
The church is
in my heart, I know Jerry has so many people in his big heart. He's never truly been alone, and he certainly wasn't alone last Friday. In fact, one of Jerry's good friends was actually at the scene, but he just didn't realize it. It was Jerry at the time because of the people crowded around him. For whatever reason, our major decided it was Jerry's time, and we should all take great comfort in the fact that, in the end, he was out doing one of the things he loved most, right up until the minute of his passing. I believe there are far more distressing ways to leave this world. I'd like to share with you now a little bit about Uncle Jerry's life that you may not know about him, because he was not one to talk about himself very much. It's a bit cheeky on me, Jerry, but I hope you don't mind. Uncle Jerry was born in Guyana, a small ex-British colony in South America, where they all talk with a funny accent and have a wonderful way with words and storytelling. He was the second youngest of 7 children. He lost one of his brothers, Sonny or Humiston, at an early age. Jerry also lost his parents at a very early age. I believe he was only 2 or 3 years old when his father passed away. Jerry spent some time in an orphanage, something he and my mother never mentioned. Then of the Vietnam War, Jerry very rarely spoke about that. It was only when my sister, who I call Hurricane Jackie, she visited Guyana and did a little digging on our behalf and discovered all of this. To this day, my mother denies they were in an orphanage. She says they were just in a convent that cared for children without parents. Perhaps it is this early shared loss that forged such a great bond between my mum and her brother. Uncle Jerry was follow my mother and our family wherever we went. This was by no means an easy feat, given how much the Kellys moved, thanks to Dad. For many years, we were pretty much the only close family Jerry had. He has been such a big part of our lives, and now, with his passing, he has left a gaping hole in the fabric of our family. For my part, whenever I've been without a place to stay, Jerry and Sarah have welcomed me with open arms. I've lost track of the number of times Uncle Jerry has come to the rescue when I'm moving house, and when other friends and family have curiously disappeared, but not Uncle Jerry. And I'm certainly not the only person he has been there for. I don't know how many times over the past week that I've heard the comment, he was just always there when you needed him. I'm sure everyone here will remember Jerry as someone with a seemingly endless capacity and desire to help others in need. Another very special and rare quality that Uncle Jerry had was that he always just accepted people as they are. It didn't matter where they came from or what they'd done. One of the things I will miss the most are Jerry's animated stories about the numerous fascinating and wonderful people he has met throughout his colourful life. I should also point out that Jerry did have some odd little idiosyncrasies, and I'm very proud to say that I think I have inherited some of them. I too have a habit of talking to all sorts of animals on a regular basis, and I'm always wanting to rescue the underdog in the animal world. Jerry was a regular Dr. Dolittle when it came to rescuing animals and taking them under his wing. The lovely story of Jerry and his pet frog Kermit would be well known to most of his fans. There are not too many grown men who would be found skipping around their backyard gardens in search of crickets to feed their pet green tree frogs. One person who knew his idiosyncrasies better than most is his wife, Sarah. Sarah, we are all so glad you entered Jerry's life when you did. Quite frankly, we were all getting a bit tired of him being a bachelor. We knew he deserved a special person in his life. You and Vanessa brought so much joy and life in his final years. Gracias por todo su amor y cariño. Thank you also to everyone for showing such tremendous support during this time. The response to Jerry's passing has been quite overwhelming and very moving. No wonder he looked so peaceful, knowing he had so many wonderful, kind-hearted people around him. In closing, I'd like to thank Uncle Jerry for enriching all of our lives and for inspiring everyone to be as selfless as he was. You really were the one in a million. We will miss you so much. May you rest in peace, Uncle Jerry.
I served in Guyana and Jerry, and I was about 10 months after the arrival. Immediately we introduced one another. I was delighted to get that. And on the first night during the camp, I thought, well, I've got to take the new guys out to Manaka town, which was the town down the road from the camp, and the place we all went to drink some things. And shouting the meal along with another guy. So we rented the Malacca on a taxi, as we normally did, and had this meal. After the meal, I had ordered the guy who ran the restaurant. I said, oh, can't you hear what you're charging us? So, of course, the problem was Jerry never felt that, and every time we met, he brought that up. We went on to serve in Borneo together for 6 months. Plus we had little other skirmishes around Malaysia itself, Spondy and Lattice, which all the boys were there will know about. And Jerry was there too, from the time on the border, before we went off to Borneo. Returned to New Zealand at the end of 2 years, and seeing I arrived early in Jerry, I got home before him. And time came, Jerry came back, and we met again, and I'll tell you a little bit about the darker side of Jerry. You may not know. So it happened, we were at a function, and Jerry had a girlfriend, very nice woman, and I was under the weather, and Jerry said, have you got something to say? And I said, no. What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to sleep in my car. He said, well, here's an address. He said, try and find that. So I slept in my car, and when I saved it up, I remembered this address in my pocket, so I pulled it out, and off I went. On the way to this address, a hedgehog ran across the road in front of the car. And for some reason I stopped and picked it up, put it in the boot of the car, and carried on to the address that I soon located. And I heard a knocking on the door, because it was an apartment block, and a lot of people got disturbed by me knocking on the door. And they rang the police. And a whole bunch of them turned up. What are you doing here knocking on the door? I said, oh, what's the address? My friend's here, Jerry Brumell. And I said, if we don't find Jerry Brumell in this part of the block, we're going to get locked up. Wow. Yeah, all right. So they eventually found Jerry, and he said, hey, what's happening? I said, I don't know. I'm here, and he's not coming. Anyway, the police started, he was present. He said, what have you got in the boot of your car? He says, my Alsatian is absolutely terrified of that. Something in the boot, you've got something bigger than you, it's very vicious. And I said, no, not really. And he said, would you mind opening the boot? And I said, yeah, right, so I opened the boot. And then this little harmless little hedgehog just went on. And he terrified that Alsatian. And I would say that he must have had a bad experience with the hedgehog sometime in his history. Jerry never forgot that story either. And when we met again after I got it down, I never heard Jerry again. I used to ask people, have you heard from Jerry Brumell? No, don't know. He's around somewhere. And in 2006, I took my son down to northern New Zealand to one RNZIR reunion. That was named about Battalion. And Jerry was there. And that's the first time I met him since 1967 when I got out down there quite a long time. Because I was very pleased to see him and he was very happy to see me. And we talked about old times and what experiences we had together. Brought up the hedgehog. He brought up the eels and night cuts and geese and snake cuts. I forgot more about those. Anyway, my recent meeting with Jerry was at the end of that parade in April, just a month or so ago. He looked so healthy. I said to him, what's your secret? And he said to me, I just eat a lot of food. I said, no, really, $1 million. And to get this news about Jerry is really, I feel for Jerry. And his family. I feel for him. Barbara Keller mentioned that there was this man standing there quite like he was wanting to do something. That was scary. As Wayne said, never said a bad word about anyone. In fact, I don't think Jerry should ever join the army himself. He was just not him. He was a gentle person. He never said anything about anybody in anger or with any angst. And all I should say is, I'm so sorry. I wish he was still here.